Alright guys, these are your triangle inequalities notes. So, our first plank up here, we're going to go over some vocabulary. The sum, remember the sum is the answer to an addition problem. So the sum of the lengths of any two sides, so two is important there, any two sides of a triangle must be greater than the third side. So, given a triangle with side lengths A, B, C, so for instance, A, B, C, okay, the following inequalities must all be true. So, A plus B has to be greater than C, so if I add those two together, it has to be bigger than C. A plus C has to be greater than B. A plus C has to be greater than B. B plus C has to be greater than A. So when I add those together, it has to be more than that. In a scalene triangle, this is just a little extra information that pertains to this down here. So you know what? I'm going to come back to this when we get to this section down here. Let's just practice what we just learned about inequalities right here. So determine if the side lengths given form a triangle. Justify your response. So I have side lengths of 12, 15, and 30. Check each inequality. Okay, so I'm going to show you the long way to do it, and then I'll show you a shortcut. So we're going to say that we need side lengths A, B, and C, right? So this is A, this is B, and this is C. So we're going to check each inequality. So A plus B has to be greater than C. Then I'm going to bring this one down here. A plus C has to be greater than B, and then the last one is B plus C has to be greater than A. So let's just plug in those. Instead of A, I'm going to use 12, plus B, that's 15, has to be greater than C, which is 30. 12 plus 15 is 27. That is not greater than 30. So right there, I could stop. Since one inequality is, we could say, false, the triangle cannot be formed. I don't even need to keep going because I found one that was not true, it was false, so triangle can't be formed. So that's the long way to do it, is to plug it in for each one of these and check all three. Now I'm going to show you a shortcut, because the shortcut's the best way to do it, right? We like shortcuts. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight the two smallest side lengths. So out of 5, 9, and 15, 5 and 9 are my two smallest side lengths. We're going to add those together, 5 plus 9. That has to be greater than 15. So 5 plus 9 is 14. Is 14 greater than 15? No. So this will not form a triangle. So I don't need to do this 3 times. I can literally just pick the two smallest side lengths and add them together. So let's try number 2. My two smallest side lengths are 6 and 8. So 6 plus 8 has to be greater than 10. 6 plus 8 is 14. Is 14 greater than 10? Yes, it is. So this will form a triangle. Number 3. 19 and 23 are my two smallest side lengths. So 19 plus 23 has to be greater than 42. So I need to add 19 and 23 together. 9 plus 3 is 12. That's 4. So 42 is greater than 42. No, that is not true. They're equal. They're not. It's not greater. So this one will not form a triangle either. Number 4. Got 14 and 15. So 14 plus 15 has to be greater than 21. When I add 14 and 15 together, I get 29. Is 29 greater than 21? Yes, it is. So these will form a triangle. So triangle inequalities is pretty simple. You just if you can remember the trick, you can do it really quickly. Just pick the two smallest sides and add them together. They have to be bigger than the third side. If they are, it will form a triangle. If they're not, it will not form a triangle. The last thing you need to know on these notes is how to order the sides of a triangle. Okay? So I'm coming back up here to fill in this vocabulary. In a scalene triangle, so if you remember, scalene has no equal sides, no equal angles. Remember, snakes have scales. Miss Clickman says, no, no, no to snakes. I don't like them. So no equal sides, no equal angles. So in a scalene triangle, the largest angle is opposite the largest side. And the smallest angle is opposite the smallest side. Okay, so we're going to come back down to the bottom, down here, and we are going to put these in order from least to greatest. So since it's least to greatest, I want to start with the smallest number. Okay, so we're going to order the sides or angles. So if they give us the sides, we're going to order the angles. If they give us the angles, we're going to order the sides. All right? So, least to greatest. So I want to start with the smallest. It looks like my smallest side here is 7. Okay, so here's my smallest side. If I drew an arrow from this side, the angle it would hit would be C. So angle C comes first. Then I need to find my medium side. So I did 7. The next smallest side would be 8.9. So this side right here, AC, okay, the length that goes from A to C. If I draw an arrow all the way across that, that's going to hit angle B, so angle B comes next. And then last but not least, I should have angle A. We're going to double check. So 12 is my largest side, the side BC, okay, that's the side that's 12 kilometers long. If I draw an arrow from that, that's going to hit angle A. So least to greatest would be angle CBA. I don't even know their angle measures, but because of the scalene triangle, this property, I know that angle C will be the smallest angle. Angle B would be the middle one, and angle A would be the largest. Okay, on number 6 and 7, they give us the angles, so now we're going to be labeling the sides. All right, so remember we're going least to greatest, so I need to start with the smallest angle measure in here. And I see it only gives me 2 angle measures, but then I look up here and I see this little square. So that tells me this is 90 degrees. So I don't want to forget that. So least to greatest, smallest angle first would be 40 degrees. That comes from angle E. If I draw an arrow from angle E, it's going to hit this side right here. So that is side from this line to this line. I go from D to F. So segment DF, okay, would come first. Then I need to go to my medium angle. Well, that's right here from F50. So if I draw an arrow from D, that hits this side. That's side FE, or you could say EF. I don't care. As long as you go end to end, you've got 2 letters. Okay. And then last but not least, I have my 90-degree angle. That's my greatest angle, so it needs to come last. If I draw an arrow from that angle, it's going to hit this side right here. That side DE. Or ED, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then number 7. So I'm least to greatest, I'm going to start with my smallest angle, that's 25. If I draw an arrow from that angle, it's going to hit this line right here. This side goes from F to G, so that's side FG, GF, okay. My next angle is 45. If I draw an arrow from that angle, it's going to hit this side over here, this line, so that's from G to H, so GH. And then my largest angle, 110, if I draw a line from there, that hits this side right here. That goes from F to H. So that is how you put sides and angles in order in a scalene triangle.